Konnichiwa, you sexy bastards. So I was in the attic, or the loft, whatever you want to call it, looking through a few boxes, and I found this beast right here in front of you, and this is my grandfather's bayonet. So I don't know a lot about my grandfather. He passed away before I got the chance to get to know him. But all I know about my granddad was he was in the Dutch Navy. He served on the submarines, and he was an engineer. And this was his bayonet. And that's pretty much all I know, really. My grandfather was very quiet about the things that he got up to during the war, so even my dad doesn't know that much about it, about my what my grandfather did. And this bayonet is the knife that got me hooked on knives. I was obsessed with this thing when I was like 10 years old, and my dad hid it from me, and I just found it today in the attic, so I just thought I would do a real quick video showing it, because it's very interesting to me, and it's, like I say, the knife that sparked my interest in knives. So as far as this thing goes, that's the sheath. And if anyone can identify this bayonet as well, would be a bit of a help. I remember my dad was looking into it and he couldn't find any real information on the bayonet as far as what gun that it goes to. We're thinking that it's like a Mauser sort of gun, but we're hearing a lot of different information on this bayonet, so if anyone knows anything about it, I'll get into the bayonet soon. But as far as the sheath goes, just a very simple, basic steel sheath, magnetic, waterproof sheath. And as far as the bayonet itself goes, it's a very beautifully finished sheath, considering it was made in World War II, so everything would have been made in a factory and shot off as fast as it can to be issued to soldiers in a combat situation. It's actually very beautifully made, and the fit and finish on the handles, there's no gaps or anything like that. Full tang, no gaps or anything. And there's the lock and lug for the attaching it to the rifle. It's almost precision made. Good 8-9mm thick blade. Fuller. Well, most bayonets came with that. This is the knife that had me obsessed with it when I was a kid. Perfectly centered. You know, when I was a kid, this thing was like a sword to me. Obviously, now that I'm an adult holding it, it feels a lot smaller than it did when I was like 10. But when I was 10 and I was holding this thing, it was like a full-on sword. So this thing, this is where my obsession with knives started. And there's a tank stamp. Just says CEWG. On the other side it says 359. That's the only markings on it. There's no markings or anything on the sheath itself. So it's a little bit of a mystery. Might take it to There's a local antique dealer who sells a lot of bayonets, so I think next week I'll take this down there and see if he can identify it. It's a little bit of a mystery bayonet. I don't know what rifle this was fitted to. Like I say, I'm guessing it was a Mauser type rifle. But hard to find information on it. My grandfather was very secretive. And he never said anything to my dad. And obviously, he passed away before I got to know him, so as far as what happened in the war with my grandfather, I don't know. But all I know is this was his bayonet. He was in the Dutch Marine, served on a submarine. He was an engineer. And that's about it, really. And this was his bayonet. So, if anyone has any ideas on this bayonet, then feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll try and take it to a dealer and sometime over the next week and see if we can actually get it identified. But I just thought I'd do a real quick video on this because this is the knife that sparked my interest in knives. And I think it's a very beautiful piece of equipment. It's very well made. Especially considering it was made in wartime, so it would have been, like I say, shut up the factory as quickly as possible. And the fit and finish is absolutely perfect on it. No gaps or anything, like I say. Only real gap is the bit for the lock and lug, which you can see there. And it just fits the hand perfectly. As far as the handle goes, it's like it, almost like it would be custom fit for me. But anyway, I'll stop babbling on. That is just a real quick video I thought I would do on my grandfather's bayonet. Found it when I was messing around in the loft. And just thought I'd do a real quick video on it. So that is that. That's my grandfather's bayonet. Not a lot known about it. But that's it. All I got to say. I'll stop babbling on, end the video now, and thanks for watching, and goodbye, sayonara, you sexy bastards.